Hi friends, today we will discuss the continuation and also end of the topic. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. This is our channel name. Yes.
Equation of a line in Cartesian plane. Equation of a line can be represented in many ways, few of which is given below. General form. First one. The general form of a line is given as ax plus by plus c equivalent to 0. The slope-intercept form. Let x comma y be the coordinate of a point through which a line passes, m be the slope of a line and c be the y-intercept, then the equation of a line is given by y equivalent to mx plus c. Going to the next slide. Angle formula. To find the angle between two lines, consider two lines A and B, having the slopes to be m1 and m2 respectively. Let theta be the angle between these two lines, then the angle between them can be represented as important formula. And also here m1 and m2 are slopes here, and tan theta equivalent to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. That means tan theta equivalent to m1 minus m2, that is difference of their slopes, divided by 1 plus product of their slopes. And also here are some special cases we can discuss here. When two lines are parallel to each other, m1 equivalent to m2 equivalent to m, their slopes must be equal. Substituting the value in the above equation, tan theta equivalent to difference of the slopes, that might be 0 here, because the difference of a number by itself is gives 0. So theta equivalent to 0 degrees. That means what? Between those two lines we have an angle of 0 degrees. Going to the next slide. Remember this formula for further purpose. Case 2. When two lines are perpendicular to each other, their slopes, that means the product of slopes is minus 1. Substituting the value in the original equation, tan theta equivalent to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. That is nothing but m1 m2 is minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, denominator is 0, the value makes for the value is undefined or might be infinite. Tan theta is not defined for 90 degrees. For the least angle we need to take. For that purpose it is 90 degrees. The case 2 is about perpendicular lines. Case 1 is about parallel lines. These two cases might be important here, and also remember the formula. Derivation might be learned in our classes afterwards. This might be discussed in straight lines concept, the proof. Section formula. To find a point which divides a line into m is to n ratio, consider a line A and B having coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2 respectively. Let P be a point that divides the line in the ratio m is to n. Then the coordinates of the point P is given as when the ratio m is to n internally. That is, when the point x, y is given as mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. When the ratio m is to n is externally, mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n, comma my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. Going to the next slide. Here, this is rule of section formula we can use in anywhere throughout the coordinate geometry. This formula is useful to us.
Here this is the section formula internally and externally, and also if the coordinates are not mentioned and the ratio is mentioned, you can use the formula x1 minus x is to x minus x2 or y1 minus y is to y minus y2. That is converse formula for this. If you equate mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n to x, then you will get m by n ratio. That is only the answer. And here we are going to discuss here next topic.
Area of a triangle in Cartesian plane. The area of a triangle in coordinate geometry whose vertices are given by x1 comma y1 comma x2 comma y2 and x3 comma y3 is half modulus of x1 of y2 minus y3 plus x2 of y3 minus y1 plus x3 of y1 minus y2. It's nothing but sigma x1 of y2 minus y3. If you open the sigma, we will get in that manner. If the area of the triangle whose vertices are x1 comma y1 comma x2 comma y2 and x3 comma y3 is 0, then the 3 points are said to be collinear. Slope of a line. Consider the general form of a line ax plus by plus c equivalent to 0. The slope can be found by converting this form to the slope-intercept form. That's nothing but y equivalent to mx plus c. Before we have discussed it in the first slide, ax plus by plus c equivalent 0 such that by equivalent to minus ax minus c, by equivalent to minus ax minus c, or transpose b to right hand side y equivalent to minus ax by b minus c by b. Comparing the above equation with y equivalent to mx plus c, we have here m equivalent to minus a by b. Thus we can directly find the slope of a line from the general equation of a line.
Going to the next slide. Here up to now we have discussed the topics covered, and also we have discussed in our previous session area of the triangle, and about slope basic matter also I have discussed. Here is the formula for two lines. Tan theta equivalent to m equivalent to minus a by b. For such a line, ax plus by plus c equivalent to 0. Here we have to discuss some questions.
Let us discuss here the questions based on the theory part up to now what we have discussed. What is a Cartesian plane? A Cartesian plane is a plane which is formed by two perpendicular lines known as x-axis vertical and y-axis horizontal. The exact position of a point in Cartesian plane can be determined using the ordered pair x comma y. Going to the next question, second one. Why do we need coordinate geometry? Answer. Coordinate geometry has various applications in real life. Some of the areas where coordinate system is an integral part include in digital devices like computers, mobile phones, etc. To locate the position of cursor of fingers. In aviation, to determine the position and location of airplanes accurately. In maps and in navigation, GPS, to map geographical locations using latitudes and longitudes. Going to the third question, what is abscissa and ordinates in coordinate geometry? Answer. The abscissa and ordinate is used to represent the position of a point on the graph. The horizontal value or the x-axis value is the abscissa, while the vertical value, that is the y-axis value, is the ordinate. For example, in an ordered pair 2, 3, 2 is abscissa and 3 is ordinate. It can be said as x coordinate is nothing but abscissa and y coordinate is nothing but ordinate.
Up to now, we have discussed the questions based on the following topics what we have covered up to now. I am recapitulating our sessions up to now. How many we have covered, all those will be recapitulated in this session. Let us end our session with a enjoyable riddle. Today's riddle. Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right? Think and answer in 1 minute. Do you get it? Now I am moving to the answer. The answer is spare tire. Because the question is given as which car doesn't move when a car turns right. When a car turns right, every tire which is fitted to the car will move to right. But the spare tire is used for if any tire is punctured or elasticated, then we will use the spare tire. I think all of you know about spare tire. Yes, that's why we will use. So spare tire doesn't move right now. So I think you have understood this logic, and I hope you understood today's session. And also in our next session, I will discuss the next part of the coordinate system. I have discussed the 5 pages for today, and next I will discuss the next part of the coordinate system in the next session, and also I will go on recapitulating the matter which we have discussed in the previous sessions also. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you.